The 12th of April 1942. U-552 has just completed upgrades to her conning tower, adding a second winter garden with an extra anti-aircraft gun. Following this upgrade, U-552 has been stocked, loaded, and is ready to head out for her next patrol. The BDU has declared that she is to head to BD2 to BD5 sector within the Black Pit. The current campaign's objective is to continue with the enemy tonnage sinking within the Black Pit, which will in turn grant us use of a resupply U-boat. Our orders state that we are to travel to BD2 to BD5 in the Northeast Atlantic and travel at least 2,000 kilometers within the patrol zone. Upon reaching the area, additional orders may be received. Anticipated number of vessels in the area is expected to be large, with an expectation of at least 4,000 tons of merchant tonnage to be sunk. Good hunting, Captain. Hi everyone, welcome back to U-552's latest patrol. We sailed through the storm, a real doozy of a storm as well, horrible it was, but we've come out a little bit green, but otherwise unscathed on the far side, and we're now in our patrol zone. So we are hunting around here, searching for any enemy contact whatsoever. Obviously, preferably trade. We don't want to get too embroiled in a skirmish with the escort ships or warships, but if there's a juicy capital ship in the area, I'll probably be tempted. You know what I'm like. But yes, trade tonnage is what we're after to try and complete the latest tonnage mark, which is 100,000 tons in the Black Pit. We're about 60,000 at the moment, so a good haul here will certainly help us get to tier 2 of this campaign, and at completion of tier 3 we get the milk cow, which will allow us to either head south to Africa, the African coast, and do raids off there, or across to the United States and the north eastern seaboard, and potentially down into the Caribbean as well to do some raids down there, which certainly gets my excitement up, because you know, nothing like being a Caribbean pirate, is there? Hey, we definitely want to have a bit of that action. So yeah, we're beautiful calm day today after the storm. It's beautifully calm. The weather is glorious, glorious April day, and we're just basking in it and warming ourselves in the sun and continuing to hunt for any ships. If we spot anything, I'll bring you straight back. Well, our luck didn't hold too much. Come the evening, the winds picked up and the storms kept away, but the sea has certainly got a little bit choppy, as you can see. However, we've been diving down to get some hydrophone readings, and as you can see over there, we have smoke on the horizon. It looks like a ship on its own, so we're going to check it out. We also spotted one northeast of us as well, so we're going to check this ship out first, and then whatever the outcome of this, whether or not we sink it or we let it go, we'll go and check out the other one as well. Right, hear the alarm. Periscope's coming up. Alright, let's have a look. Where are we? We want to look over here. There it is. What is it? It's a target. Let's get that locked in. It's the Mondoc. It's a could be Canadian. Nope. Yep. It's one of them. Alright, let's get the velocity checked in. This ship coming across the Atlantic on her own. Brave or foolish, I can't tell which. Or maybe she was part of a convoy but they scattered, or she's what's left. Miserable day. Or miserable evening, it would seem. Crew aren't particularly happy. I think they need a rest. They've been moaning for the last couple of patrols now, but there's a war on, and we need to get what we need to get done. Right, 7 knots. Let's get her range sorted. About there, 1,300 meters. Cool. Okay, and 94 degrees. So we've got some work going on. We've got a T1 in tube 1, T1 in 2, and T3. Let's get a T1. Get that locked on. We'll fire just the one torpedo at the moment because the weather's a bit choppy. How are we looking? Oh, good to fire now. Fire 1. Let's track that to target. It shouldn't be too far. Keeping an eye on this ship. Torpedoes speeding through these waves. Boom. Right in the middle. Perfect. It's a good hit. Beacon fires are lit. Everyone around us will now know that this ship's been in a bit of bother. But fires are breaking out. Look at that. There's a lot of fire. The whole superstructure is on fire. The bridge is on fire. This guy's casually walking around going, it's not my job to put out fires. I clean the deck. I don't know. Oh, watch out. He's getting his head singed as the flames continue to grow. Heading towards the back of the ship where it looks a bit safer, I guess. And this guy's still sweeping away, even though the fire's... Oh no, he's just been engulfed in fire. Oh my god, he's sweeping the fire away. Keep sweeping, my friend. That'll keep you alive. Oh, he's put the fires out with his broom. And his mate's turned up. That's amazing. Right. How's our dude at the back? Don't know where... Oh, he's still walking. He's still... I'm on my break. I'm going for a ciggy. Right, I think... damage will still be doing because of the fire, but yeah, we need to just keep an eye on her. Hopefully that'll be enough damage to get her to sink. Okay, I think she's finally succumbing. There we go. She's finally succumbing to the damage and she's going down. The fire is burning the last remains of any integrity away, and she's gone. And as you saw, that's our minimum 4,000 tons sunk. Now, there was a ship, or a contact at least, over here somewhere northeast of us. So we're going to head in that direction, see if we can intercept that contact and check out what that was. If there's a line of single ships all the way back to Blighty, happy days. Let's go and investigate. Hi everyone. Right, we headed up to where we saw that previous contact, but unfortunately we were unable to detect it. So we've come back down to where we sunk that first ship, and as you can see, it's now the middle of the day and things have calmed down. But look, multiple smoke on the horizons. Dead ahead. We've got a convoy. So that's quite exciting. As the sun rises, or it's got to be setting, isn't it? It's the west. Got to be setting. Day's gone quick. Yes. The night is about to come, and look, a convoy. I wonder if that's coming towards us or heading to, well, heading away to Britain. Let's see what we can do. Although, actually, the more we wait here, the smoke seems to be dwindling. There's definitely something there. Maybe it's not a convoy. Maybe that was an optical illusion. Maybe it's just smoke which is getting sort of hanging on the surface of the water. Maybe it's just the one ship. And it's just smoke's hanging around. The wind's very light. I think it's just one ship, actually. Yeah, look, the rest of the smoke signals have gone. I think it was just one of those optical illusion-y things. Right, so we got one ship. Oh, well, that's kind of dialed down our excitement a little bit, hasn't it? Anyway, we still got one ship, so we'll go and check that out and see what they have to offer to play with. Hi everyone, welcome back. Right, we found this ship. It's Swedish. Canton. So I think what we'll do is do an inspection. Ask them to slow down, stop, and yeah, we'll do an inspection to make sure this is indeed a Swedish ship and not smuggling any goods to our enemies. Okay, the freighter is unarmed, seems not to be escorted, and flies a neutral flag. The prize rules allow us to sink such ships if only if we're certain they are headed towards an enemy port. If we lack such certainty, ideally we should investigate and what it's carrying and verify its destination. So let's send a delegation aboard. Of course, the captain with a supporter. Oh no, not that. With navigator. That's quite a good one to have. What else do we have? Medical coordinator, propeller recognition, remote patrols experience, which is useful. Paramedic, sensitive hearing, merchant. Right, you can go. The merchant skill will be useful. Sapper, you can go. Save our torpedoes. And we want to get a navigator. The captain's got it, but so has Felix Schwartz, so he can go as well. Take some crew and go do an inspection for us. After climbing the deck, your crew faces a cold welcome from the cargo ship's crew. What do you want? Asked the captain in German without exchanging any pleasantries. This is a neutral ship and you shouldn't be here. Ask the captain for the documents. Oh, okay, he's handed it straight over. According to the documents, these ships are heading to the port of Liverpool, which is an enemy port, and is carrying raw resources. It seems that this ship is trading with the blockaded Allied ports, and is fair prize for you to sink it. Except, let's order the evacuation. You tell the captain that your orders obligate you to sink the freighter, and that they must evacuate it immediately. They're not happy, but blah blah blah. Let's go to the deck house. We can go to the engine room. Ooh, we haven't been to the engine room before, have we? Here we go. We can plant the explosives because we've got a sapper. Now that's cool. Let's go to the cargo hold first and see what they're carrying, what resources they've got. Let's search this. Okay, so they're carrying iron ore and lumber. Okay, it's not something we particularly need. If it was raw resources like, I don't know, food or something, it would have probably said food, but or something more valuable, then we could probably added that to our own inventory. But no, let's head to the engine room and let's plant the explosives. Right, and then just there she goes, kaboom, and hopefully that is enough to send her down. Yep, the sapper trick worked. She's gone. Happy days. Blown the keel out, I guess. And another ship sunk. Right, we've got a couple of lifeboats over here. We could go and offer some assistance to these boys. And then we'll continue our patrol in this area. It's so far proving quite fruitful. Welcome back everyone. Right, we're diving down and doing our usual searches down to 30 meters, listening on the hydrophone for any ship contacts, and we've found another one. It's over here somewhere. There it is, smoke on the horizon. We'll just come up to periscope depth. Red flag, yeah, looks like a British or Commonwealth Empire trading ship again. So that is definitely one we can have a pop at. It's not a tower, it is in fact a bell. An Empire bell. About 3,000 tons by the looks of it. Probably doing about 7 knots, but nice. We have got it over to 65 degrees, so we'll set up an intercept course. The weather's not terrible, so we could always use the deck gun if we want to save on torpedoes. But yeah, happy days. We've got 2 ships down already with 1 torpedo spent. 7 knots indeed. Right, okay, we'll set up a one torpedo attack, and if that doesn't do well or it doesn't sink it outright, we'll pop up with a deck gun to finish her off. Hi everyone, right, this ship is actually moving a little bit quick and we couldn't catch her up underwater and without giving our location away, so we've resolved to surfacing and using the deck gun. See if we can get the rear of the ship in trouble. Try and get a couple of shots around the funnel and see if we can get some of the propulsion. Oh, that was beautiful. That was right on the waterline, just as we raised up and her stern was risen out of the water. Nice. Get some shots in the front. Empire. I can't read what it says. Trying to get some hits around the funnel because that can cause all sorts of hot gases and fires starting. Usual kind of jazz. But there we go. We've only got armor's piercing as always. That's all we've got back at port at the moment. So we probably need to work on military supplies and caches and stuff. But for the moment, that's all we've got. Running a little bit high now. Now that we've slowed down, actually, we're getting a lot more rocking of the gun. So the old holes we put into the hull. We continue to fire around here. Is she turning towards us? I'm getting slightly ahead of her. Don't get ahead of her. I do not want her coming towards us. Ramming situation. The Empire Crusader. There we go. Get it into the building around the funnel. Fires will erupt. And hopefully get enough holes in the hull so water floods in. There we go. Let's renew our bombardment then. She's listing. Surely it's only a matter of time. Obviously all the holes are on this side, so that's where the water is flooding in. Now that's a good fire going. Maybe put a... oh, I missed. Put a hole through the front deck. Let the air escape there. Oh, I blasted the mast off. I think that's gone. Look at that fire. No, that's gone. There's no coming back from that. Good job, boys. Right, stow the deck gun. Wait for confirmation. That's a goner. She's gone. Excellent. Okay. Brilliant. So there you go. 3 ships sunk, 1 torpedo fired. That's how we like it. Being super efficient this time. This is what we meant to do last time, but we were woefully inadequate in our attacks. But there we go. Happy days. Right, let's continue on with our patrol. Hi everyone. Right, we've found another contact. It's just coming up now. There we go. Smoke on the horizon. But not just that one. We've got a convoy. Look at this. Juicy ships. Lovely stuff. Right, what's that back there? Just a little something other. Right, okay, good stuff. Right, we're going to set up for an attack and got a couple of destroyers with these. But we're probably going to target this C3 freighter. Got a couple of Empire style ships there. Another C3 there. Another destroyer there by the looks of it. Big black smoke there. Another Empire ships. Cool. So yeah, we'll just move into position quietly. I brought the snorkel down so they one less thing for them to detect. So let's move in now. Right, periscope up. Weathers are coming, so we got escort, escort, something over there, C3, C3, destroyer, cargo ships. Okay. That looks like a Dido class light cruiser. With 3 guns like that. Anyway, that's not our target for now. It's the 2 C3 freighters. Let's get these locked on. They look American. All fat and juicy. The ship's not Americans, of course. That was a cheap joke. I'm sorry. Right, let's recognise that. Velocity, probably 7 knots, but a Swedish ship back there, is it? Oh, maybe not. No, I think it's a Swedish ship. It's probably going to be 7 knots. We'll get 2 torpedoes apiece on these 2 C3s, I think. And then we'll dive away and move away parallel from where we fired these torpedoes. If that is a Dido-like cruiser, then maybe if we have time and reload, we'll come back and have a pop. Because as I said, I do like a capital ship, and a light cruiser is still a nice target. It'll get us a lot of reputation back at base, which will allow us to do more research. 7 knots, perfect. Distance. 700. Oh, that's a long shot. Okay, looking at the torpedoes. No, look, they're primed for the distance. That's fine. That's fine. 5.5 kilometers is actually what the thing is according to the hydrophone, so they should be absolutely fine. Okay, so 7 knots, 5,500. What's the draft? Sorry, not the length is 143. Let's get that in. Right, tubes 1 and 2.
Rohr 1 bewässern. Rohr 2 bewässern.
Rohr 1 bewässert. Rohr 2 fertig.
Best angle is coming up. I'm gonna actually use those 2.
Los!
Right, we've got T3 and a T3. Right, let's get those 2 flooded.
Bewässern. Rohr 4
And let's lock
bewässern.
onto this one. This is similar. 7 knots.
Rohr 3 bewässert.
Distance.
Rohr 4 fertig.
A lot closer. 3,400. Of course, it's probably going to be about the same. Let's stand by. Tubes 3 and 4. Sorry. Fire.
Los!
Away. Right. Let's dive and get out of here. Okay, we're diving down and we're going
80.
sonar. Dive down to 180 or 160 at least. We're moving away. Now we had a semi-successful attack. What I mean by that is we got the separation of the torpedoes slightly wrong. So as one torpedo hit center of the ship, the other one went just in front of the bow. So we got 1 torpedo hit per attack per ship. Fortunately, the attack on the second C3, which is the closer one to us, the first torpedo went past it, or should I say the second torpedo went past it,
120.
and that managed to hit the first ship. So the first ship did actually receive 2 torpedo hits, and that's in a bad way. The second one is damaged but not crippled, and it would be nice to try and finish both of those off. But at the moment,
140.
we're heading down to 140 meters. The sonar pinging has stopped for the moment, waiting for the cry of Wasserbomben. But as we do that,
150.
I can't hear an engine of a ship, so I think we're okay for the moment.
160.
Okay, the game of cat and mouse continues. I think there is one just above us. It's over there.
Wasserbomben.
Oh god. Okay, we got the Corvette coming in now, dropping its depth charges. It's dropping like a metric ton of them. Absolutely thousands of them it's sent. Listen to them. They drop far more than the destroyers. I always find the Corvettes are far more deadly than the destroyers. Destroyers you can outturn. The Corvette seems to be able to stick to you like glue, and as you can hear, they can just drop an absolute payload. Hi everyone. A bit of time has passed, and the hydrophone is cleared. And we've just popped up to. There's the Corvette, and over there is the Dido class light cruiser. She's getting away from us a little bit, but we might just be able to have a little bit of a pop at her. If that's possible. Right, Corvette cruisers, Dido class, there she is. Right. Want this Corvette out of the way really, hopefully they don't spot us. Bad news is, that C3 freighter has continued on. One that only took 1 torpedo strike. The other one is crippled, which we'll look to finish off. Right. Probably going a little bit faster. Maybe doing 7 knots, who knows? Nice to send a couple of torpedoes her way. 12 knots. T3s.
Rohr 1,
Let's send
bewässern.
a spread of 3. What's
Rohr
the
2, bewässern.
length is 156. Got 100 set to 100 and
Bewässert.
let's
Rohr
reduce
2
that.
fertig. Rohr 3
Dispersion.
bewässert.
Have fun.
Los!
Tube 1 away. 2. 3. Right, let's turn to starboard, 90 degrees, and get our head down.
Fehlschuss.
Right, we snagged her. We got one shot, and then she seemed to come to a halt, and the others just went for her bow. She's listing. I don't think that's going to be enough to sink her, but she is definitely vulnerable now. Where's this corvette? Where's that corvette gone? She's coming around. Okay. I propose we sort of turn around and get another. Maybe have another shot when she settles. I think she's taken on water actually. She's listing. You never know. This might be enough. I'm just going to drop down a little bit to try and avoid this corvette, but we'll try and keep tabs on this ship for sure.
Herr Galloy, ich habe eine große Gruppe von Schiffen festgestellt. Vermutlich ein Geleitzug.
Right, there goes the corvette. Right, what we've done, a bit of time has passed. We managed to escape from that corvette, head south, and then surface the boat, and we've got in front of them now. There's 2 Empire ships there. Where is that C3 freighter? I want to finish off. Maybe there? Doesn't seem to be part of the group anymore. Also got that Dido class, which was listing heavily. Oh, where's that C3 gone? She's not with the convoy. Maybe she's fallen behind. That looks weird with its. Oh, it's a tanker. I was gonna say it looks weird with the yellow bridge. Maybe we'll go for the tanker then. That's a potential target. That's Swedish, which doesn't mean anything these days. But I think if we try and get the tanker, maybe that's Swedish as well. See what these are. So we'll go for we'll definitely look into this target, and you see, I'm guessing it's United Kingdom. I can't see the flags too well. I guess it's a war class. Let's recognise that. Right, let's let them come a little bit closer, and we'll try and set up for a better attack. The War Pathon, it would seem. Right, let's get her set up. Let's put a couple of torpedoes into a tanker. I'm not quite sure. I'm not going to touch anything because that'll probably screw it up. But yeah, a couple of torpedoes into a tanker, I should think. Maybe one magnetic one on the top, one to blow the keel out, and one to hit high and cause a fire. That's usually a good tactic. It looks like the weather's setting in, which might make it a little bit tricky. There we go. 6 knots apparently. Okay, distance is close. 1900 meters at the moment. Yeah, you can see the fog is setting in. Or the weather's setting in at least. It's rain, but it could be. Yeah, might struggle to spot the C3 freighter then. Yeah, no idea. Okay, war tanker is 119. 119. Depth is 9.5. So if we get let's get that out of the way for the moment. We got T2s? No. Okay, we'll send a T3 magnetic. Send that down to 10 meters. What does it say now? 5, yeah, 9.5. Angle is not too bad. Right. Tube 1. Fire. Tube 2. Oh, not magnetic, sorry. We're going to go on the top. Fire.
Los!
Sie sinken.
Well,
Feindliches Schiff wurde getroffen.
she sunk quickly, didn't she? We didn't need the second torpedo, but there was certainly enough. I'm just confirming she had been torpedoed. Right. These others are out of range, really. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to head this way, I think. I'm going to see if we can find that C3 freighter who's probably going slower than the rest of the convoy, and also that Dido-like cruiser. I've also marked where we hit the first C3 so we can go back and finish her off with a deck gun. Okay, look who I've found. They seem to have conducted repairs, but that is the light cruiser that we hit. You can see there's a bit of damage to it still. So let's recognise her as a Dido. Let's do another speed check. Blooming quick is what it seems to be going. Obviously repairs. Considering how far listed that was, I'm surprised that she's still. Well, they must have flooded the other compartments and then pumped out the water once repairs were complete. But that is 16 knots, crikey. Tubes 3 and 4.
Fertig. Rohr 3 bewässert.
Los!
Fire. Is that a set of torpedoes? It can't be so soon, can it? We're just getting fun. We're just getting started with all the fun. Just getting fun. Just getting started. Oh, it's over too soon.
Feindliches Schiff wurde getroffen.
Boom!
Schwere Schäden am Rumpf.
Serious damage. Right, the first torpedo shot off at a hell of an angle, so I don't think that was quite right. We'll see how this second hit. You can see there's something weird's happened there. It's blown out the side of the ship by the looks of it, so that's going to be huge flooding going in for that hole. They've just managed to patch the one up here. Fingers crossed this will be enough to sink her. Okay, chance a little bit more height. She's still there, but oh look, she's abandoned ship. Oh yes, we've got ourselves a cruiser now. There is a slight fly in the ointment, which is somewhere behind us. There is a angry little wasp of a corvette trying to find us. But what I'm doing, I'm actually heading straight for the cruiser, so hopefully we can get away from there. And what we can do, if they've abandoned ship, well, if she doesn't sink on her own, we can deck gun her. How about that? Deck gunning a cruiser to sink. That's something for the story, isn't it, eh? Something for the logbook, indeed. Tell the grandkids later if we survive through the war. That's the plan, anyway. Okay. The hulk of this cruiser is actually drifting away, but don't fear. I think the other ships are out of range. Can't see them anymore, so we're gonna fire away. See if we can maybe get some fires going around the funnels. So there'll be some hot stuff in there. Oh! The emergency ejection dinghies have been fired. She's sinking. There we go. Sunk by our 88mm deck gun. A Dido light cruiser of the Royal Navy. Well, I never. Okay, so the 2 torpedoes as well. But we maybe will spin the deck gun to be slightly more heroic than it was. There we go, a Dido light cruiser. Now, we can head back to that first C3 freighter and try and finish her off. I have no idea where that second one went, which we hit, but we may stumble across them on the way. But for now, let's head there and at least confirm that first C3. Okay, right where we left her. She's looking a little bit better than she was. Maybe the crew have been trying to get her back on and refloated, but I'm here to spoil their party, if that's what they were hoping to do. Let's get her sunk. We don't know where her sister ship went. I say sister ship, this is the American one. The other one was a British flag. Oh, she's sinking, there we go. So, with the confirmation that this C3 is gone. Is she gone? Yeah, there she goes. We're out of torpedoes. Fuel is running low. I think it's time we head back to base. It's been quite a good patrol. Quite happy with it. A light cruiser, a C3 freighter, a war tanker, and a couple of other ships along the way as well. Plus a smuggling ship. Stow the deck gun. Let's head for home. So, there we go. Mission progress in the campaign. Oof. Fantastic. So, campaign objective progressed up to 90,000 tons now for the Black Pit. And we start off with Mondoc sunk. Sources inform us that this ship was headed from Sydney to Liverpool with medical supplies in the cargo holds. The ship's registered tonnage was 5,649 tons. Registered in Canada. Then the Canton was sunk. Registered tonnage of 6,129 tons. Was transporting raw resources from Sydney to Liverpool. Was registered in Sweden. That was the smuggling ship. We used the sapping skill to blow the keel away in the engine room. Then the Empire Crusader we sunk. It was Halifax to Liverpool was its course. Raw resources was in its cargo hold. Registered tonnage of 3,391 tons. It was registered in the UK. The War Pathan was sunk. Our intel tells us that this ship had a registered tonnage of 6,172 tons and was transporting oil from Halifax to Liverpool, registered in the United Kingdom. The George Whitefield was sunk. This was the C3 we went back for. Registered tonnage of 7,828 tons, was transporting medical supplies from Halifax to Liverpool, registered in the USA. And the only thing they didn't mention, of course, was the Dido class light cruiser that we also sunk. So, rewards were 8,000 money, 33 reputation boost. Total tonnage sunk, 29,169 tons. Time at sea, 32 days, 5 hours. Distance travelled 11,276 kilometres. 6 ships sunk, including, of course, light cruiser. Reached the patrol, sunk the minimum of 4,000 tons, yes. And we did everything else we were required. No further orders were received, so we went about our own business. Fantastic. Right, we're almost there. Another 10,000 tons in the Black Pit will get us to tier 3, and I think that's probably going to be another 50,000 on top of that, so I don't actually know, it might actually go to 200,000. But we'll continue to plug away. We need that milk cow resupply submarine if we're ever to go and attack the eastern seaboard of the United States. Without it, we'll just get stuck somewhere halfway across the channel or halfway across the ocean, and that's not a good place to be. So we'll leave it there. Thanks ever so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the continuing war patrols of U-552. And we'll pick this up again next time. Thanks ever so much. Take care. Bye-bye.